This one likes to grab my beard whenever she can.
That's what babies do.
Babies love beards.
Babies love beards.
She
BLB.
just grabs it and then she yanks.
Right. She's trying to pull herself up by the beard strands. Beard
Oh, man.
strands.
Let me tell you, it hurts. I wonder how she's gonna react after I shave.
Dude,
this
have
off.
you seen videos of dads doing that to their kids?
They
They're
cry.
Universally, yeah.
Traumatized.
Well, because they're like, that's dad, but it's not. It's like an uncanny valley
Who
thing.
is that? I think that's dad. You smell like dad. You
You smell
resemble
like dad,
dad.
but you're missing something. And quite frankly, I'm pissed about it. It's typically how they react. Well, anyway, welcome back to the Barn Session, everybody. We are done with the regular season of NCAA Division I wrestling. We've entered the postseason. We get a break this week from college wrestling, but
We're pretty much into the
senior level stuff
postseason
going on right
everywhere
now.
for all divisions.
Yeah, I guess NCAA is the last one to get to it, huh?
I think regionals for qualifiers, for Division II and Division III are this weekend coming up.
Okay.
And then their national tournament is normally the week before.
Yeah, D3 regions is this weekend.
D2
NAIA next weekend.
and nationals are on the same weekend next weekend.
Yep.
So yeah, pretty much everyone's in the postseason.
Postseason. And yeah, we've got some fun senior level stuff happening, but I think we should talk about the conclusion, the exciting conclusion that we had to the regular season with Oklahoma State and Iowa. Just kind of see what our thoughts are about it.
It was exciting.
Very exciting.
That is the correct way to put it. It was very exciting.
You know, and for as exciting as it was, there was really only one match in the balance, the whole duel, which is interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
it's true.
And I think...
But it was just a back and forth duel, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Because each match had a potential to have something.
And bonus points, played a huge part in the excitement, too. Like,
right.
That's the 3-point takedown is awesome for that reason. Like, you could just makes that major so much more attainable. And then between the major and the tech.
So I saw this tweet. I can't remember who tweeted it. Would you guys be for raising the major and tech fault?
Gwizdowski said that. He said raise the major to 10 and tech to 20. I hate that idea.
I don't know about the tech. The major I could get behind with 10-point majors, but
nah.
The tech I wouldn't raise it all the way up to 20. I would maybe make it like 17, 18.
I say leave it alone, yeah.
Leave it alone? All right. I mean, I'm okay with leaving it alone, too.
I thought you were going to bring up 3-point reversals.
No.
Which I'm against.
No. I'm also against. Leave them at 2.
I don't know why people... There's I feel like there's probably a strong amount. I feel like if you pulled that online, you'd probably get a pretty even split.
Well, and there is a good... the argument is, reversals are harder to attain than takedowns, which
I disagree.
Statistically is probably true.
They're not as sought after.
They're not dude, I just feel like it just you're not 100% invulnerable, obviously. I feel like you're more vulnerable on top to giving up a reversal than you are on your feet, giving up a takedown.
Maybe. I mean, it just depends. It just depends. I mean, I'm not for it. I'm like I said, I want to keep it. I like it how it is. So
yeah, with how hard it is to turn people from top, I think the incentive to work yourself from being on bottom to being on top versus on bottom to your feet, I think the incentive is just clearly get to your feet, because you're going to get 1 point for an escape and possibly 3 points for a takedown, depending on where it goes from there.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Gwizdowski tweeted majors and techs need to be raised. I don't get that. I don't. At least for the next couple of years, let's get a couple of years of data and understand what things look like, what could be adjusted, and why it would make sense. Because we had a system. It took a certain amount of scoring to get to the major, to get to the tech fall. and then we narrowed that gap by increasing the amount of points you can score in exchanges.
Yeah.
And so why would we move the goalposts?
I like the fact that yes, they're easier to get to, but they're also easier to lose.
To erase.
Yeah,
Yes.
to erase. Thank you.
Yeah. That's really good. Yeah.
You look at you go back to Minnesota, Iowa, Von Barr and Schriever.
Yeah. Right. And so looking at the duel as a whole, I saw Don Bashada tweet about Oklahoma State or Iowa performing better than Oklahoma State. I think his exact words were Iowa outperformed Oklahoma State. And I don't want to say like absolutely, but I also don't disagree with it. I felt like the matches, the certain specific points about each match almost, it seemed like Iowa had just had that extra step to what they did. Could be a home advantage deal or whatever you want to think about it. But Spratley was right there to get a tech fall on Cruz and didn't get the job done. Drake Ayala needed a push to get that extra takedown at the end, and he got it. Same thing with Hamady and Brands. Brands fought to get the escape, and Hamady didn't seem to push for the takedown to get to the major. So,
but then you got 41, 49
with Parco,
yeah, and 57
Parco
that all went Oklahoma State's way.
Parco was pushing.
I'm just saying he didn't get it.
Oh yeah.
Like Parco didn't get it. Teamer didn't get it, and then Jamison got it done at 41 with the major.
Yeah.
I mean, against a third string.
Third string, yeah. I don't know. That dude wasn't that bad.
No, I'm not saying Chase Rhodes is bad, but Schriever, I think, could have kept it to a decision.
For sure. So I wonder why they didn't put him out.
I mean, he's injury prone.
Yeah. So
prone to the injury.
I think. I mean, I called the first 5 matches, and they went largely chalk. I guess we were didn't really know what to expect with Rin Sakamoto going out there and wrestling Drake Ayala, but it's his first folk style match. Yeah, he's really good at freestyle, but it's an adjustment. And you're in Iowa, wrestling the number 2, probably realistically the number 1 guy in the country at 133.
Yeah, I mean, some places have him number 1. Oh,
he's number 1 at this point, really.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Did you just spit up?
No, I mean, spit up is putting it lightly.
Oh
shit.
Dude, I didn't even see that.
I thought she threw her pacifier.
That's what I thought it was too. I was like, did she have a pacifier?
Well, that was nice of her to do it off to the side, not on you.
Oh, it is. Look at my sleeve. It is all over me.
Oh, I don't need to see that. Yeah.
That's nice.
I'll be right back.
Gross. Okay. Well,
so you want to just weight by weight, or do we even really need to do that?
Nah, I mean, we know everything went chalk. Everything went the way we expected it to, except for really 184. So that's the match to have a conversation about.
I got a question though about 57. I would kind of wish Ryan was here too for this input. That Peterson, bro, that was clearly a Peterson, right? I mean,
yeah. It's weird to me that refs seem to use rules as a crutch to do the wrong thing. And I don't know if it's in their minds easier to be like, oh, this is neutral danger. Like, this is an easy, I don't want to call a definitive takedown, so I'm going to call neutral danger. When 4 years ago, or however long it's been since neutral danger, to 6-7 years ago, immediately would have been a takedown. And they would have started swiping for back points.
Dude, I mean, Petersons can be some officials for some reason just have brain farts, I feel like, with Petersons or don't understand Petersons. And that one was so clear and obvious. Obviously, but that was the most controlled that was the most controlled you could have in a Peterson. He had him
Fish
the
was
arms
flopping
completely
around.
Extended, and it would have been it should have been 3-3. And the fact that they challenged it and still didn't overturn it, I thought was just shocking. I was
I think
that's just
challenges.
Do you not know the rules? Because at that point you're disregarding.
In that exact situation, challenges are just kind of kind of useless because I feel like refs are unable to determine the
If
point
if
of
he
when in
doesn't
which a takedown
know,
is a takedown, and then near fall from there.
if he doesn't know, like, where I mean, man, I've seen, we've seen him overturn way worse stuff, or like way more like subjective stuff, and
Yeah.
like I don't know, man. Like, if you, basically what that told me was this guy doesn't understand Peterson, or he was just too proud to change his call. Like, I would love to have heard his explanation for that.
Yeah, I think
I'm saying this as a guy who loved Peterson's also. I love Peterson's.
right.
Big Peterson
Yeah,
guy.
big Peterson guy.
Big time.
What do you think about Dean Peterson?
Dean Peterson, I don't know if he hits Peterson, so he might. I mean, I don't know.
Not
On the
really.
fence about
No.
Dean Peterson.
Yeah.
If I was named Dean Peterson, I'd hit tons.
that'd be the move.
Yeah.
I think understanding the things that refs, because they have a very different lens of what a match looks like. It could, when compared to the wrestlers, the coaches, the commentary, the fans, everybody. They're looking at very different things. And so being able to understand that, and then maybe communicating, hey, I understand what you're doing, but it needs to be shifted in some format. I think that needs to be done, but I don't know what that looks like. I don't know.
What are you talking about? Just in general?
Just having coaches, because here's a big thing that was brought up to me, or that I heard about earlier this year. So like one of the big pushes at the high school level is to have coaches. This is what they do in Iowa. Having coaches officiate tournaments so that they understand what it's like to be in an official's shoes. And it kind of sets a common ground for coaches and officials to be able to understand each other, and then a dialogue can begin there. They can start to communicate each other about, like, wait, explain this situation. Like, what is your idea of it, and how would you see it? And I think obviously you're not going to see Doug Schwab out there officiating college matches. That's not going to happen. But being able to have some level of communication between the officials at the college level with the coaches, I think that gets you closer to things making more sense. But I don't know, maybe not. So, yeah. There was another really weird situation. I can't remember. I think it was Campbell App State, where a kid. I only heard about it. I didn't see it. I think the Campbell kid had to take down for like 10 seconds, and the App State kid had given up defending it, and the ref still wouldn't call the takedown for some reason. So I don't know if refs are getting tired. It's late in the season. They're ready to take a break, or what the deal is. So,
well, that would be ridiculous.
I don't envy being an official, and I don't. It's a thankless job. So
yeah, but I mean, normally I'm totally with you there. I don't know.
Yeah,
we've all officiated at some level.
Dude, do you remember the first time I officiated?
No.
We were at Topeka Seaman, and the very first match I officiate, it's two redheaded kids in blue singlets. They look just like each other, but they're on different teams. And I'm fumbling bad. And like towards the end of the match, it's a little close, but one kid's got it in the bag. But then I raised the wrong hand. I just mess it up. But then the coach, it was like a Topeka Thunderbirds coach or something like that.
Yeah,
He starts harassing me, and he's like, I'm gonna be all over you today, buddy.
Really? It's like a little guy.
Yeah, a little guy. I think he had a beard, wearing a hat type look. But then who's that official? I have no names, but he basically came over and straightened out the coach and told me not to worry about it.
What did he look like? Bald.
So do you remember when we refed you're talking about a ref?
Yeah. I'm talking about the ref. Yeah.
No. Yeah, the ref. Remember when we refed at Middle School State, and you reference a moment where like two coaches are bickering with each other.
Oh
and
yeah,
he
yeah,
comes
I
up
know
and
you're
he's
talking
like,
about.
gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh
Yeah.
man, what's that dude's name? Redhead. Ryan. Who is the redheaded official who he retired recently from Kansas, like Western Kansas? Starts with a G, I want to say, but Billy. Billy.
Red-headed of-
Is his name Billy?
Oh, from Salina.
Yeah, from Salina.
That's not Western Kansas, bud.
Well, it's
That's
Western to
Central.
me.
Yeah, I can't remember his last name. Dad would know. Billy.
Gabe. Yeah,
I don't know.
Billy Gable.
not Billy Gable.
Texting Dad right now. I'll text him. I'll get it for us.
All right. Anyway, so it was that guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's Thunderbird.
He actually lives in Lindsborg.
Is that Western Kansas to you?
And that's south of Salina, isn't it?
Yep.
It's where the Cooks are from.
Yes.
Dude, I'm on it.
So,
All right.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, I was about to start talking about the Thunderbirds coaches because I always had to deal with those guys. Dude, at State,
they can be a handful.
At State, this guy, the coaches, like I was referencing this, like the write outs, like overtime in like the semifinals or quarterfinals or something, and I can't remember who the other coach was, but we all know him. He was like locked hands, and I'm like not really in position to see it. I spin around and try to look under, and I call it. I saw it. I'm gonna say I saw it on here. I saw it, and these coaches, dude, they were like, there's no way you saw that. No way you were not in position, dude. Like everybody was like losing their minds from that club. But other people came up to me afterwards and were like, yes, the hands were locked, but nobody, even the other team, nobody thought I actually saw it, but I called it. So the end.
Good call, Reese.
You
Good
saw
call.
it, Reese?
Oh, I saw it. I'm fast.
Dude. Yeah.
Don't miss.
I hated
miss
refereeing.
Yeah.
I hated it.
Sucks.
And I was good at it too, but I hated it, man. Coaches and parents, especially at the kids level,
The
dude.
kids level, they're just ruthless,
They
man.
take it way too serious.
I'm glad the last time I did it was with you at Middle School State, and you had to like defend me from a guy.
Yeah,
you remember that?
I remember that. Yes.
Yeah, a guy like came at me, like literally, like physically, like charged at me.
Oh yeah, he was about to get his. I'm gonna say it. He was about to get his ass kicked.
Hell yeah, bro,
dude.
Because there's
only one person who charges my brothers. All right, that's me. That's this guy right here.
I'm glad you were there because I would not have known what to do in that situation. I've been like so flustered.
We were talking about officiating is it's a thankless job. It's not easy to do.
We were talking about the teamer Peterson.
Also, there's terrible officials out there like what you had to deal with in Alabama a couple of weeks ago, Sammy. Like just terrible. Terrible.
Dude, it's really bad down here. But you gotta work with what you got. So I'm sure there's an effort to make it better, but it's not easy.
Ryan, I want your thoughts on that, on the teamer Peterson. That was 3-3, right? At least
3-3. You mean 2-3? Or because it was a takedown. Probably.
At least some back points.
I don't know. 3-2 maybe.
Definitely.
I don't understand why referees like wait so long to call.
And definitely don't start calling neutral danger. It's dude, it was clear as day. It was a clear as day Peterson. Like, I don't know. Maybe I feel like I'm maybe more fired up about it than most people.
The argument. The argument's reaction time.
We gotta banish it. We gotta get rid of it.
Dude, I mean,
no more reacting.
We just gotta figure out what it is, and we gotta make it so that it's.
We had it figured out. I don't know what's happening. All of a sudden,
they wanted.
There were some rule adjustments that made it more.
But we got rid of it 2 seasons ago.
Coaches hated the
rear standing,
hand touch
down. Yeah.
But that's the only thing in particular in terms of reaction time that got adjusted.
And that was 2 seasons ago, wasn't it? Or at least.
Yeah, but reaction time is still a thing in so many different situations.
I'm saying like this season it's been, I don't know if it's been just like people are pointing it out more or if it's really actually been getting worse for officials.
No, yeah,
That's
since they brought
a
it
good
back,
question.
it seems like, I mean, dude, the worst one, obviously the worst one is the Joe Seeley Jason Krazer match. Like,
See, I feel like the other one was the Chittum Fish one was worse.
Chittum Fish.
That one also was bad, but no,
That one's
I just
bad.
don't think, like, dude, Joe Seeley so clearly had control beyond reaction time. It just is, and then when they call it, and then they go on review, and they're like,
Yeah,
"Oh yeah, actually, after reviewing it, it wasn't like what are you looking at, Angel?"
I don't know, man.
That's Angel.
I could have been okay with a no takedown call there, but to change it was crazy. Yeah. Did we talk about this?
What's the Seeley Krazer? We did not.
Maybe over text. We talked about it a lot over text.
Yeah.
You just won't be able. I mean, dude, I've tried to convince myself so much that it wasn't a takedown, but I just can't. I can't do it. I mean, I would have lost.
Those wizard situations are just tricky. I feel like
it was, but how
I would have stood with the call on the mat.
Situation.
I would have stood with the call on the mat too, for sure.
Yep, that's that.
But I would have been okay with a no call. Also, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, probably. Okay, let's get to the match that matters.
Yeah,
184. Plot Escobedo. Whoa, Plot Ferrari.
Plot Escobedo, huh?
Yeah. Oh, whoops. Plot Ferrari.
I got some chicken.
I got a lot of thoughts. Wow, this is. This is a great product. This is a great product.
Well, I'm sorry. I gotta take care. I got a lot of things I gotta do.
Chicken noises.
Babies.
Crying baby. Lennon, we can't do it. We can't do much about it. Ryan, you're doing your best.
Look.
She's fine.
All right.
Look at that beauty.
She's looking at Reese. Now she's looking at Sam.
Plot Ferrari.
Now she's looking at herself.
Angelo Ferrari scores 2 takedowns to none on Dustin Plot. Dustin Plot forces overtime via ride out in the third period.
Epic ride out.
Great ride out. Phenomenal ride out.
Let's start right there real quick, because since when is a Blair ride potentially dangerous? Since when?
It's not.
Yeah, so I couldn't see from the angle because the body was like covering it. I thought he had the arm like behind the back.
No, so the referee said it. He said, "Don't take the hand or don't take the wrist off the chest." What? Why?
They don't enforce that in high school down here.
They don't enforce it at any level. That's the only time I've ever seen a referee be like, "No, you can't bring that off the." Yes, you can. I mean, you got guys pulling it off the chest and putting it on the back literally all the time.
I would be mad about that, except I hate the Blair ride.
Yeah,
I feel like it doesn't lead to anything
quicker on that. No,
you don't. I would think the stalemate call, a quicker stalemate call for sure, but it's a good ride.
It's a great ride.
It's a great ride.
So that was interesting. The potentially dangerous call in overtime when Plot is imminent on scoring. Here's the thing.
I rewatched it and I was less upset about it.
Yeah, because you gotta protect the health of the athletes.
Yeah,
so
I thought the timing was weird. I felt like there was better opportunities to call the potentially dangerous. I'm not sure. Maybe it's because of how extended the knee was getting.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Are you making that face because of my...
You got to finish your food before you eat.
Sorry.
Or finish your food before you talk, man. Anyway. Yeah, that was frustrating, but there's no way to deny the fact that Angelo went out there and he got 2 takedowns. The first takedown was crispy. The second takedown was just about as good.
Yeah, that first shot was awesome.
The one thing that I'm frustrated by, and there's nothing wrong with this in the context of folk style, within the rules, And with the way things have gone for the entire year. But it's frustrating to me because it doesn't feel like it should be. It doesn't feel like it should be, I guess, rewarded, but it's not necessarily rewarded. It shouldn't be accepted, which is there's a reason that you can't do it in freestyle. Angelo drops to a knee and he wrestles in that knee drop down position. I think that's not
doesn't promote
drive
action.
wrestling. Yes, that doesn't. You're limiting what the other wrestler can do.
Yeah.
It should be
freestyle. You know, they got that figured out. They don't let you do that,
right?
Especially overseas.
Yeah. So that is frustrating, but that doesn't mean it's like an unbeatable tactic. I mean, Carter Strachey obviously showed that.
Yeah.
You can find a way to handle that. So, yeah, I mean, Ferrari was just way more athletic.
This man still has not given up any offensive points yet. It's pretty crazy.
Ferrari?
I guess, I don't know, depending on how you categorize riding, because Strachey got a riding time point, right? Oh, and plot.
He hasn't given up a takedown.
He's not given up a single takedown.
And he beat number 3 and wrestled number 1. I think Kekaizen would get a takedown on him, though.
Well, you'd hope so, but man,
I think if Strachey really wanted to push for it and earn it, Strachey would have gotten a takedown.
So, I mean, I think if he wanted to get a takedown, he would have gotten a takedown in one of those times he was in on the leg.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he definitely wanted to get a takedown when all Ferrari had was his leg.
Yeah.
You know, all the way out with his shoulder extended.
Yeah, it feels like that's a situation where what is stopping you?
Well, I mean, I think we've all been there before. It can be hard to even when you think like, oh, you got one arm and it's all the way at 90 degrees. Like, how are they? I don't know, dude. It happens.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
I could do that. I could stop people from scoring like that.
I don't know, but yeah, I mean, Ferrari looked great. It's not a knock in any way on plot. It's just the kid's good at wrestling. Now, with that one Oklahoma State the duel, or that one Iowa the duel, Buchanan looked great at 97. Hendrickson looked great at heavyweight. And then after the duel, we get the interview. Somebody asks, "Hey, what's the situation at 184, Tom Brands? Are you wrestling Gabe Arnold? Are you wrestling Angelo Ferrari?" And he sits back and he says, I've never said what I'm going to do. So why would I start now? We are going to start the guy that makes the most sense. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, so you're saying there's a chance?
No.
So you're saying, but the thing that makes the most sense.
He's telling you without telling you it's Arnold.
Yeah, I think you're right, but
he's right. You gotta listen to us about this Ferrari Arnold situation.
Sorry.
You gotta listen to the guys who've been right. Cooper.
Here's what I'm thinking. Okay, so imagine you're Tom Brands, right? And you have Angelo Ferrari, and he comes into the office. Say it happened on yesterday, Tuesday. He walks in, and he's like, "Coach, I've really thought about it, and I know we've talked about this before. I want to go and I want to wrestle.
I'm ready." Ferrari?
Ferrari comes into the office. He says, I want to wrestle. I think I've earned it. I'm ready. I'm hungry. I want to go out and I want to compete. I'm healthy. I'm ready to do it.
He's obviously earned it, but like, does it long term? Does it make sense for him? That's not going to help him win a team title this year. So why wrestle?
No. But if Angelo Ferrari, because there's the individual aspect to the sport.
Let me tell you something. Can he beat Carter Strachey? Maybe. He showed that he could keep it close and maybe get it. Who I think stylistically is bad matchup for him? Parker.
Yeah. I don't disagree.
You can be on one knee all you want. Parker Kekheisen will find a way to get to your legs.
He's the ball.
Or you're gonna get some stall calls or something. Something's gonna give. Oh, Gaskell.
Yeah, Bill Gaskell. There you go. That was what it was. Told you. That's all we need to do is ask the old man.
Or what happens is he goes out I mean, imagine the story of Angelo Ferrari as a true freshman going out and beating a 4-timer and a national champ and winning a national title as a true freshman. I mean, that's like,
It's not going to happen.
if you're Angelo Ferrari and you're thinking, I can do this, I have the capability of doing it, and it's an amazing storyline. And yes, 184 does get easier next year. It doesn't
It still will be really hard, really tough.
It's going to be
year.
hard.
Dude,
You're
84 is
to
going to be
get through guys
tough
like
next
Josh
year.
Barr or Zach Ryder.
Yeah, and
Aiden
Max
Sinclair,
McAnally.
Max McAnally.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not going
probably
to be easy.
What's his face from Ohio State?
What's his face? Say his
What
name.
is his face?
Why can't I think of his name?
Rogatsky?
No, the dude who was a finalist last year, 74.
Oh yeah, Welsh, Rocco Welsh. Yeah.
Welsh is coming up for sure.
Oh, I just assumed he was.
I'm pretty sure he is. Pretty sure. So yeah, but so it doesn't, it gets easier, but it doesn't get way easier. It doesn't clear out next year, and I don't know. I just think if I'm Angelo Ferrari and I have the capability of doing it, yeah, I can take the safe path and make my chances of being a 4-timer much more likely. Sure, I can do that, or I can try and slay some giants.
I mean,
no, it doesn't make the most sense for the
team. We'd all love to see him go.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if it happened, but at the same time, it really doesn't make sense. Gabe Arnold can place for him. He will, in my opinion. He will All-American.
Yeah, I think he's...
How high can he go? That just depends on Gabe.
If he gets a bad draw, he might be out of luck. But
I don't know. How many people do you think he can't beat? I would say there's 3 that he can't beat, really, in my opinion.
3 that he can't... Oh, yeah. So there's a couple that he can't beat, and then there's, I would say, maybe 3 more that he can lose to. Right?
I mean, he could honestly take 3rd or 4th. He could.
Yeah.
He could. But he could also be just like if it's him and McAnally in the round of 12,
could that happen?
Pinto in the round of 12,
that'd be bad news.
That'd be bad news. And
Pinto,
brackets could play out that way.
All red.
All red.
I don't see him losing to all red again. I don't know. Maybe.
I honestly, like, next time he wrestles McAnally, whether it's at Big Ten or Nationals, I think he might win that one too.
He can see it. So those are the guys that he can beat, but he can also lose to.
Yeah.
And I guess, I don't know, if TJ Stewart decides to show up at NCAAs. What about Chris Foca? What does he look like against that type of guy? I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of good guys.
Bad matchup. I think he's a bad matchup for Christopher.
I don't know. I really don't know what those matchups
look
like.
This year?
I think he lost earlier on in the year, but hasn't lost since then. But I mean, he didn't go to CKLV. He didn't really do a lot of the big. He didn't even wrestle.
Cornell has had a relatively quiet year.
Very quiet. Yeah.
Hell, Meyer has wrestled 9 matches.
Yeah.
I looked it up earlier today. I'm pretty sure it was single digits.
Yeah. Oh, he lost to he lost 14-7 at the beginning of the year to Jackson Smith. Chris Foca did. He lost 14-7.
Oh.
To a guy that Gabe Arnold, beat.
Went to rideouts with.
Rideouts, but.
Yeah, I think that match is as close as it is because of they were teammates. And
Gabe Arnold wrestles everybody close.
Yeah.
He wrestles everybody close. Another guy is Rogatsky, who's beaten him in the past. And
beaten Gabe Arnold?
Yeah, he beat him. This was Gabe Arnold's first win over Rogatsky this year.
Oh. Wait, when has he also beaten him?
They wrestled at...
Right? Last year, right?
No, Rogatsky beat him at back in 2021 at cadet trials.
Oh.
So yeah, I know. But
what's wrong with your dog?
She's in here because she's...
I thought that was my dog for a second. I was like, is she down here?
That's my dog. Let me text Kate.
Toast and I are going to become best friends.
Toast the foster dog.
Ryan, you didn't even give me a chance to talk to
Reese. Yes, I did. Yes,
I hadn't seen them. I could have called them, but I don't like doing that. I'm asking for Friday off, and I could, ask for some vacation, but
I'm gonna be honest with you, Reese. I knew the chances were slim.
Those were slim chances.
Slim chickens.
Slim.
Ryan, you're gonna.
I don't want to lose that plane. That flight that I'm on is perfect. It's perfect for me.
Are you gonna come to my 5 a.m. workouts?
This freaking chicken nugget. It's not chicken strip.
You want me to 5 a.m. workouts, Sammy?
Yep.
I've been getting up at 5 a.m. every day for the past couple of weeks.
Okay.
This is my spring break, my vacation.
Yeah, I get up at 3:50.
Yeah, but you're gonna let me sleep in. Come on now.
No, yeah, you take your break. You come down here. We'll podcast together. Maybe we'll leave Reese out of it.
Leave me out of it?
We'll leave you out of it.
I won't let him do that to you, Justin.
It's going to be weird, though, if it's like two of us together and then one not. It's just going to...
But we did that. Weird. Ryan and I did that.
Yeah, and I hated it. I hated it.
Awesome.
And it never saw the light of day.
Felt left out. You're jealous.
Yeah, how are you going to feel?
I'll be
You think Reese's feelings are going to be hurt?
Yes. It's the one thing we have over him. There's feelings. Okay. So that's college wrestling. We should be seeing, I believe we'll get allocations tomorrow and then pre-seeds later on after that. And I think the first conference tournament is Pac-12s, which is a 4-team conference. It's going to be wrestled in one day on Thursday on one mat, which is kind of cool. I don't hate that.
What are we talking about?
We're missing some action. What have we missed so far?
What do you mean?
Talking about
the event has started. We've missed something.
Oh yeah, the Flowrestling Night in America is going on as we're recording. I think we've missed the prelims, which is
I think the main card started at 7.
It did.
Oh, it did. Whoops. Tomasello beat Daniel DeShazer 7-0.
No!
Dang it.
Yeah.
God, I wanted to talk about that too. I was reading the article on like the stats for like Tomasello versus DeShazer or whatever. And they were talking about like how each of them did in college. This dude, I don't even know who did it, but this guy who like was writing down the stuff for DeShazer had his stat. He was like, "Oh yeah, and he was a 3-year starter for Nebraska Kearney and won it his senior year." Wrong, so wrong. Was a 4-year starter for Nebraska Kearney, won it his freshman and junior year, took second and his sophomore year, third his senior year. Like how? And all you have to do is Google his name to find that information. How do you mess that up?
Go out of your way to do one title and forget about the other one and just that's crazy.
You don't need a lot. I mean, maybe they just asked his teammate JD to get the facts straight.
I mean, if that's how it was, yeah, just ask JD.
JD should be embarrassed if he. I mean, even
don't sign off on that, JD.
Him. Yeah,
that's been Flo's problem for as long as I can remember. Is their never
facts
get their
have
facts
always
straight.
been bad.
Never.
Yeah,
they don't have anyone peer review any of their shit, which drives me.
There's no journalistic integrity.
JILO Tech Marcus Coleman. That kind of checks out. Jay feels like he's big compared to Marcus.
He good too.
He's tough. He's tough in freestyle. So that is what's happened so far. I think we can talk about the ranking series. I don't know if you guys saw some of the results from that so far.
The women's match is going on right now.
With Sochi. Sochil?
Yeah, Pettis versus Jimenez.
Yes.
Let me... Is that how you say that? Sochito?
I have no idea, dude. I feel like it's...
Zochito
I feel like you had it for good the first time, maybe. Like Sochi, I think. Yeah.
Sochito?
No, but it's Xochitl. It's got to be Zochito, right?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it has to be because you also look at Coy Biskin's last name and you're like, how do you get Biskins out of that? And you look at
Masanosuke.
Yeah.
I mean, that's but that's common in Japan, though. You look at a lot of those SU.
That's what I'm saying, though. Maybe we're just
so fine. So find Sochi's origin, and you probably will find at least the correct way to pronounce it, which is probably not how we're saying it. So, yeah. I'm trying to find all it is it makes sense. It's Flow's event. They're advertising it, but I'm trying to find the results from today's international results, and I can't find them.
I can tell you that Real Woods took bronze, got beat by Amuzad in the semis.
Yes.
Will
Luwan beat James Green for bronze.
James Green took 5th, got beat by Will Luwan in a typical Will Luwan fashion match.
Did that feel wrong?
What do you mean?
What happened?
So it was 3-1 with like 5 seconds left, something
James
like that.
was on the shot clock. He gave up a step out and a shot clock point within
and a fleeing.
No, because he was down. He was up 3-1, and he gave up 2 points within like 1 second of each other.
Okay, but the final result was 4-3.
Because he challenged. They challenged it.
Right, but so I saw 1, and I saw caution 1. Are you sure it was a shot clock point? I don't think there would have been a shot clock in the last 40 seconds of the match.
You can't give a step out and a fling in the same breath.
One caution, 1 is a thing. That's been a thing for at least a year.
All right.
Yeah. And so I'm guessing they challenged that and that failed.
They got rid of that.
That must be what it is.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't think so. And I don't know if it was the right call either. I don't know. It felt weird. Yeah, the Woods Amuzad match was entertaining. I'm excited to see more of Real Woods on the freestyle level. He's
how did that go?
Woods got up 2-0 and then lost 11-2. Amuzad's pace.
That's pretty good.
He was up 2-2 in the going into the break, and then Amuzad hit a dirty. I mean, Sammy sent it in the what was it? Instagram in the brotherly love chat.
What do you call it?
What was it? The whip over?
Yeah, the over under, and you drop to the side like the hip drop. I don't know what it is.
Whip over.
It's a whip over. Yeah,
sure. I don't know. It's good. It's effective. So, and then Chance Marsteller, how did he do?
Gold.
He beat. I don't know who he beat, but he beat them.
And then Snyder wrestled in the PWL. Is that what it is?
Yeah, and he's wrestling tomorrow too.
He won both his matches. Beat 2 really good dudes.
He beat Aitmu Khan. I think he's just too big for Aitmu Khan right now. Who's young and good. And then tomorrow his first match is Iran's Golej. I don't know if you guys remember him, but you should.
Yep. He blew it.
Ryan?
Sorry, I was watching this girls' match. 3-1 at the break. Jimenez.
Do you remember Golej from Iran? Snyder?
I remember the name.
See, he's up 2-1 with like 3 seconds left, driving Snyder out of bounds in an over-under position, and Snyder just like plants his feet on the edge of the out-of-bounds line. And passes him by and gets behind for the takedown.
Yes.
And then like the next year, he's in a similar scoring situation against Sajulayev. I'm pretty sure. And just blows it and gets pinned in like the last 10 seconds. I think I'm thinking of the right guy.
I think that's correct.
He blew. I know for a fact he blew that. Whatever
Snyder.
The semis or
yes, in the semis against Snyder, totally blew that. Yes.
Yes. Yep. Other notable results for people that aren't from the United States: Cherman Valiev won 74 kilos. He beat Sal Kazanov in the finals 2-1. He looks pretty good. I think he's somebody. He
should have beat.
Yeah.
Whatever his name is.
Come on, what's his name?
Zamalov. They beat him. They hosed him. Ultimately.
Yeah, they did.
Epically.
They really did. The finals at 70 kilos was Vaskin Tavanyan, who I did not think would be at 70 kilos. And then Yoshinosuke Aoyagi from Japan, who was a world silver medalist this last year.
Wait. You said Tavanian's at 70?
Tavanian's at 70, and he's short, so it's weird to me. Yoshinosuke beat him 4-1 in the finals.
I guess he's kind of beefy, though.
Dude, Japan.
He's a beefcake.
He was a beefcake at 65, so I didn't think, like, are you gonna do double beefcake to get 70? I don't know.
That was beautiful. Sorry, Jimenez just hit this beautiful double leg.
Yeah,
I want to watch.
Stay off my account. Go on your own, dude. You have your own.
Dude, you don't pay for that account, do you?
No, none of us pay for our accounts.
That's what I'm saying. I don't have my own account.
I don't have my own account anymore.
No, I used to. I don't have it anymore.
Don't have one anymore. So,
Dad loves me more. Stay off my account.
While we are here, we don't have to get into. I do want to do, like, maybe next week. I want to do, like, what are our All-American picks at each weight. We've done this before. I want to do it again before the postseason kicks off. But for now, I just want to hear your guys. I want to put out some feelers in terms of what you guys are expecting. What's your rating of confidence for specific weight classes? What are you the most excited about? Tell me about your expectations here.
I'll say this. I haven't been this excited for 197 in a long time. Put it that way.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm most excited for.
For me, it's probably 174.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty exciting.
Because you have your top two guys. You have O'Toole and Haynes. And you also have DJ Hamady, who has looked great this year. And then I think the landmine amongst that, or at least the next biggest landmine, is Lorenzo Norman, who just lost.
No, he is not the next big. Come on.
What?
Give him some respect. Put some respect on his name.
Oh, Carson Hartzler. Yeah, so I'm not considering Carson a landmine because I think Lorenzo is less known about.
He's in DJ Hamady.
Yes,
right?
I agree. No, I agree with that. I think you have your tier 1, and then your tier 1A is O'Toole Haynes, and then tier 1B.
Hamady's there. Hamady is in that tier.
If Hamady's in there, I'm putting Carson Hartzler in there too.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad at it. I won't be.
All right, 4 tier 1 guys.
There you go.
I love it.
I won't be mad at it.
All right.
Here's the only reason why I will argue against Hartzler is because he is his own worst enemy sometimes.
There are two guys at the weight who have won a national title, and that's it.
So DJ Hamady is his own worst enemy.
But he's looked, dude. This is the best he's looked.
Dude, that's a great song.
His entire career.
Yeah, he's lit.
He is lit.
And Big 12s, I am so excited to see DJ Hamady versus Keegan O'Toole. That I like. In the past, I haven't really been excited for that match because you're just like, Keegan will find a way to win.
Just kind of puts it on him.
I still feel that way though. I still feel like
I don't,
because we just don't know. We don't know what to expect. You shouldn't.
How healthy is Keegan?
You should.
And, I mean, dude.
Yeah, the Keegan health thing is the only thing. But
so good.
I mean, couldn't get the major on Brands. He had a tight one with Norman
on a wrestler who is great defensively.
Dude, I could be wrong here. I could be putting stock in bad product, but I have high expectations for Lorenzo Norman. I really do. I think he is capable of.
He had an interesting match recently, right?
With Ogun Sanya. He lost that one.
He lost.
I think it was so that if that hadn't happened, I would probably be like shouting Lorenzo's name from the rooftops.
So is he maybe hurt?
My only thing is it was at home. It wasn't like he had to travel across the country and then he got beat by Ogun Sanya. He got beat by an Ogun Sanya who traveled to him, and
it was a 15-13 match. So I think I remember because I didn't watch it, but I remember hearing that there were some crazy scoring situations. But still, that pulls him back. I consider him a landmine.
But a landmine for who? I mean, who's he? DJ Hamady, maybe?
No.
Maybe Carson
Hartzler.
Karchla, maybe
Those
Haynes.
top two are just don't. Maybe Haynes. Yeah, Haynes. I guess Haynes. Yeah, he's been vulnerable in the past.
He is just vulnerable.
Not recently.
Yeah, exactly. He's just time to time.
It might be different at 74 though. It
might be different.
Are you guys going?
Different.
I think I'm going.
I'm going.
I think I have to go.
Is Dad going?
At this point, yeah.
Damn, I was really hoping you guys weren't going to be able to go.
I knew that was going to happen too. Knew that was going to happen.
Damn it!
It's going to be okay, Ryan.
I know.
It's going to be okay.
I'm really not that sad about missing it. So
it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. If there's one thing that I'm hoping does happen at NCAAs, and you guys should hope for the exact same thing, it's Wyatt Hendrickson beating Gable Steveson. I'm putting all my spiritual energy into that, into getting that to happen, because that would just.
I'm not going to give it all of it. I'll give you about.
That would just.
I'll give you about 25% of my spiritual energy. I'm not giving you.
Rep it.
25.
Rep it.
You don't even live there.
Wyatt to win too, but
shut up. You didn't live there either, but
I also want. You know what? Actually, let me take that back. Because let's wait till how this draft comes out here.
Oh yeah. Are we doing that again?
Schedule.
Yeah, we need to schedule that.
That'll be happening while I'm up with you, Sam, for sure.
Sweet. Okay.
Down with you. Excuse me. You're in the South.
Yeah. If you go all the way up and around and over.
That would be a waste of my time. I would not do that.
That'd be kind of fun though, wouldn't it?
No.
You look out the window and you'd be like, "Wow, there's ice as far as you can see," and then
the window
starts to crash.
You'd be like,
because
wait,
the poles are switching,
each other falling out of the sky. Like, no, I do not want to be on planes.
Ryan, you're drinking the social media Kool-Aid too much. We are still on a downtrend of historically on a downtrend of plane crashes, plane accidents year over year.
I just watched two planes about crash into each other on a runway just not that long ago.
Hey, Mom, she's pretty. She blames the plane crashes on
DT.
Yeah,
freaking David Taylor, man.
Yeah, freaking David Taylor, magic.
David Taylor just he said he's bibbity bobbity boo.
Yeah, R.I.P. though.
Yeah,
to all those people.
No, that sucked, but. No, you'll be fine I hope you'll be fine because I also have 2 sets of flights that I have to go through. So
the only reason I feel safe is because none of these accidents are surrounding Southwest, and
it is statistically, and I think by a hefty margin, the safest way to travel.
It is.
I tell you though, dude, the fact that it's just completely out of your hands is really what gets to me. I hate it. I feel like with a car, at least I'm in control.
Also, yes.
Half of car accidents are also out of hands.
And also, I just cannot imagine being in a plane crash. Like, dude, going that fast, just kill me, please. Just like, I do not want to survive. I do not want to survive a plane crash.
I would survive unscathed.
Yeah, but you would not. Mentally and emotionally, you would be freaking scarred, bro.
I don't know if I would be.
Oh, come on.
I've watched Lost 3 times. I think I'd be okay.
Let's get back to the wrestling here. The most unpredictable weight class that we are going to see is it's one of 2. I'll give you guys some options here. It's either 133 or 157.
It's got to be 33.
I think it's 33.
33 is what?
You want my order of confidence? Here it is. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, that's your most confident?
No, least confident. 57 and 33.
Here we go.
You give me your order of confidence.
All right. Okay. Heavyweight. Next is probably 65.
I do 65 over heavyweight personally, but that's okay.
Yeah, I know, because I mean, I love Wyatt too, but heavyweight 65.
Disrespectful.
It's not. I'm gonna go with. I gotta think. Now I gotta think. Put me on the spot. I'm gonna go. Stop! I hate you guys.
You will.
90. I'm going 97. I'm going 97 as my third.
Okay.
Who's your Bar?
No.
Ferrari?
Buchanan, baby.
Oh yeah.
He's picking Buchanan, yeah.
Dude looked so good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got Ferrari looming.
Yeah, but he's a ducker, but man, he's not gonna be
what's up
battle
with that?
tested. He's just not gonna be battle tested.
He will have to be battle tested just strictly based on the fact that he has to go to conferences. And
Who's he gonna have to wrestle at conferences? Little?
Steve.
Little, who else? There's some
Trey
other guys in there.
Munoz.
Trey Munoz, yeah.
Or
Those are some-
And then there's one other guy in the
Munoz was
bracket.
out for the year.
No,
he's
Munoz
back.
is back.
Back?
Surprise, surprise, he's back.
All right, I'm still sticking with 97. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm going 25 at number 4. Then we're gonna go.
Are you going to say who or not?
Ramos.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ramos, yeah.
Ramos,
Forgot about
dude. Man's been consistent as consistent can be. And then
He
we're gonna
ducked,
go.
somebody.
Caleb Smith.
Caleb Smith.
He ducked him. He ducked Caleb Smith.
Ducked him.
I don't think it was really his call, but it's fine.
Well, it was senior day, so.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Is he a senior?
Yeah. No,
He is.
no, he's not. He's
No,
got
yeah, he
another
wrestled
year.
33, 25, 25,
He's senior.
25.
I thought he had
Yeah.
another year.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
22, 23, 24, 25.
You got it. We're gonna
Look it
go. So we went 25 at 4, 5. We're gonna go.
84.
I think I gotta go 84.
Got it. It's two guys. It's two guys.
Yep. 84. I got, and then
Probably 74 after that.
I want to
Either or 41.
49. I mean, not 41. 49. I feel pretty good about who I'm taking at 49.
There's 4 guys. There's 4 guys, and I can't figure out which one of them's going to do it.
49.
Yeah, I would say 49
41.
is the most interesting weight for me.
57, 33.
Yeah, I mean, 57 and 33 are definitely at the bottom. We'll know
Forgot
more
about
after
that.
conferences. It's just like you don't know where the top 3 guys at 57 are at. You don't know. You don't. KSAC is probably fine. Look, when it comes to Penn State getting the most out of their wrestlers, they do the best in the postseason. But Ja'Cory Teamer hurt his hamstring earlier this year and then showed up to last week's duel with a shoulder brace. So it's like, what's happening there? And then Meyer Shapiro, he's a head case. We all see it. He barely wrestled this year. He wrestled. I don't even know how many matches, but he had a head issue, or at the beginning of the year, he had head issues last year. Probably going to have them again over these next 4 weeks. So when you don't know what the top 3 at the weight look like, and Cody Chittum, who was starting to have some like consistency, and he started to seem like a guy, just loses to James Conway.
Yeah.
You have Entrell Taylor. You have Joey Blaze. You have Ryder Downey. There's a lot of variance there. But 133 is a crapshoot outside of Drake Ayala. It's a mess. Maybe Lucasburg.
How ready
But
is
he's too
Crookham going to
close.
be? Crookham's not going to wrestle,
Crookham-
is he?
No, he's going to wrestle. I think Crookham's going to wrestle. I think
Why,
Crookham
though?
knows. Hey,
Why?
Because Ryan, I think this is
Why?
an element that more people are starting to realize. If you can, you got to do it.
Why?
You don't know what your health is going to look like. You really don't. Especially for Crookham, we know that he's been injury prone. He had the problems in high school. So if he can do it, he's going to try. That's just the way it is, and that's the right thing to do.
It's you know what it is? It's
Don't call
Jesse
it that.
Delgado. It's Jesse Delgado all over again.
2-time national champ, Jesse Delgado.
Yeah, dude, his senior year was he shouldn't have wrestled that year. He should have taken his med
What
and
happened? I can't
come back
remember.
the next year. He tried to wrestle when he was hurt. He was hurt the whole entire year, in and out, and he just should have stayed out and medical redshirt and came back the next year healthy.
I think
How did he do?
He didn't
he
place.
didn't place. I think he went 0-2 even maybe.
No, he went 1 and 2
forgot
at
about
least,
that.
maybe 2 and 2.
it was not good.
Seventh,
I think
first DNP.
I think there's some things outside of
Matt McDonough style.
Matt McDonough should have probably med-redded his senior year.
Dude, when you get towards the end of it, for specific people, this isn't the case for everybody, but I think it's the case for a lot of people. When you get to that last year, those last couple of years, you start to feel the wear on your tread. You're starting to feel like I need to start making my way out, my exit strategy. And I think that I texted you guys about this realization that I had in terms of why it's so important and why David Taylor was so insistent about the guys that we bring in and the team that we have. We got to make sure that it's fun, because if you show up and it's just a grind and you're just suffering all the time, you're not going to want to do it all the time, right? But if you're having fun and you're always looking forward to it, and it's always a positive experience, maybe not always, but mostly, then you're gonna be enthusiastic about being in the sport, about going to compete.
Let me go back on the Matt McDonough stuff. Him and Ramos should have swapped that year. Yes. In fact, it was.
I feel like Ramos could have totally wrestled 25.
No, it was talked about. It was a discussion.
I kind of remember that.
It was
he wrestled
for
57
real,
kilos.
like a discussion, and then didn't happen.
So, yeah.
Not that McDonough would have beat Stieber or anything, but like he wouldn't have DMP'd, that's for sure.
Lost Trevor Sprinkle.
Trent
Sprinkle.
NDSU. He got beat by Nashon in the quarters, and then Sprinkle in the blood round.
Sprinkle. Yeah, man. Here's another question I had. This is kind of an aside, because I thought about this. So are
we going to each do our order of confidence, or what are we doing here?
No,
do you want to give yours out?
You know what? I honestly already forgot what mine was. We needed to write it
leave
down.
It alone.
Yeah. We'll do it next time.
Sneak
preview. But so let's take what we currently have, right? Which is Penn State, number 1 by a mile and a half, and the number 2 Iowa, number 3 Oklahoma State, close, thin margin, right? If this was the case, but you remove Penn State, so first place is a fight between Iowa and Oklahoma State, do you think Tom Brands puts Angelo Ferrari out there?
No. Yeah. Oh.
Because he can get it done without Angelo?
Maybe.
Bro, if the team title was on the line, you don't think he'd wrestle AJ?
Well, it's not AJ, it's Angelo.
No, it's Angelo.
Angelo?
Yeah, he might, but at the same time, I mean, you know how Iowa until Spencer Lee didn't believe in pulling red shirts. So
they did it for Assad, which was after Spencer Lee. So we're after Spencer Lee.
They just be burning shirts all the time now. What is Miguel?
They just burned, yeah. They burned Miguel's. Set that shit on fire.
I don't like it.
That was a terrible call.
Terrible call for what? To beat Maryland? You were going to do it anyway.
Yeah, terrible.
Maybe Miguel's like, I know what's going to happen.
Like,
I got to get this show on the road. I got to move along.
Why? What do you mean he knows what's going to happen?
I'm here for 4 years and that's it.
So red shirt or not? Like a high recruit.
I bet he's leaving after this year.
To go somewhere else? Why?
That's why. I'm going to say this about these guys. A lot of evidence pointing to things not going very well for guys transferring out of Iowa, and that makes me think. I feel like maybe we don't put enough respect on the Brands bros for what they do with like guys like Glazer and
Lee Pritz.
Lee Pritz, what's he say?
Lee Pritz he'll tweet stuff like Iowa can't coach.
Yeah, man, it's just like that's not true.
Like, yeah, it's clearly not true.
They get guys like a lot better in that room.
Look at Buchanan.
Clearly. Yeah, Buchanan looks good.
So
Teamer looks about as good as he's ever looked, even with the injuries.
Speaking of transfers, and one that is, I really don't know what to think of this guy. this late into the season because he started at 57 and now he's at 49 and he looks really good. It's Ethan Stiles.
Yeah, he good.
Dude, I wonder what, I mean, so he's got one loss at 149. It's Gabe Willishow. He lost 11-10. That was his first match at 149. Ever since then, he's beaten Jordan Williams, Jaden Abbas, Chance Lamer, and most recently, Lachlan McNeil.
Dang, dude. He's
an AA contender for sure, but can he
is he a landmine
with Parco and Van Ness?
How about did he beat McNeil?
Love it.
5-3. Beat him 5-3. I don't know. I think he might be no, not a landmine. He's a sleeper. He's a sleeper.
So what are his losses?
What is the difference?
Just the one?
I don't know, Ryan. There's some sort of difference. At 49, there's one loss. It's Gabe Willishow. At 57, it was a little bit different. It's still good, but I mean, he lost in sudden victory to Antrell Taylor, and he got pinned by Jimmy Harrington and got teched by Joey Blaze.
Yeah.
That was all at CKLV. He went 1-2 at CKLV after a hot start to the season. So that's a guy to keep an eye on. Yeah, but we do need to wrap this up. Final thoughts.
Nate Jackson just scored a takedown on Kennedy Monday.
Are we playing rock, paper, scissors for who gets to watch Lee Sonosuke?
Have at it, brothers.
All right, I don't really want to watch that bad anyway.
Rock,
if you're still here, if you're still here, subscribe.
Subscribe
to the podcast.
Oh, Kennedy with a big feet to back. Just put.
Oh,
dude, that was sick. I thought he was about
to hit Nate Jackson.
Yes,
he hit him with a cram.
He crammed the crammer.
Crammed him.
Hey, you know what? And ladies and gentlemen, cram that like button. Cram down your cram hole.
Yes.
Cram it down your cram hole, Fleur.
Hit you with a good one. Hurricane.
Goodbye.